In this video, we are going to take a look at how you can launch your very first successful networking campaign and generate the maximum number of leads or conversions with little to no overhead costs. Let's begin. Hey everyone, this is Shoaib from Field Proxy, and in this video we are going to take a look at how you can launch your very first networking campaign and sort of go about generating leads for your business regardless of what it may be. And how we're going to do is we're going to take a look at Field Proxy's most successful networking campaign till date, and then we're going to split it apart step by step and sort of just try and understand what we did, from research to how we executed it to the right team and what results we got from it. Let's get started. So just a little bit of context before we actually begin this video. Field Proxy's most successful networking campaign till date. What do we mean by that, right? So recently Field Proxy had the opportunity to present itself at the Yes event that was happening in Chennai. Now, Yes is a community of businesses that are doing literally hundreds of crores of revenue per year, and to be in the audience of such an esteemed group, you need to be able to stand out, and that is exactly what Field Proxy did. So in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to take apart what Field Proxy has done step by step and analyze what we did, right from preparing for that campaign to executing every single thing that we had in mind to actually tackling or firefighting a lot of different challenges that we had, and then compare it with the results that we got. So, and what we want you to take away from this video is how you can prepare, execute, and actually get results from this campaign by learning from what Field Proxy has been doing. So once that is cleared, let's get started. First things first. Before starting with any campaign, you need to have a lot of data to work with, to know who's going to attend, what you're going to be pitching, how many services you're going to be actually selling to, how many people you're going to be actually selling it to, and basically where you're going to pitch it, right? And all of this information is hugely sealed with the event organization team. So the first thing that we did as part of our pre-campaign research was we made friends with the event organization committee. We made a lot of friends who gave us insider information on the kind of people that were coming in, what their business was, who their customers were, and what kind of use case Field Proxy can be tailored to serve for those particular businesses. So once you have that information, right, this is a lot of data. This is just for one customer. If you now compute that or multiply that for 300, 500 customers or 500 potential prospects that would be coming to the event. Once you have all of that data, right, that is a lot of data that you need to work with. Now, once you have that data, you can start actually planning your pitch to focus on the more potential prospects that will be coming to the event that you can sort of tailor your pitch to, so that they understand that, okay, this is something that I can use. This is what our pre-campaign research was based on. We weren't trying to get leads essentially. What we were trying to do was we were trying to provide maximum value, seeing who can receive the maximum value from us. And I think that is what you can take from our step 1. So step 2, which essentially focuses on making you stand out from the crowd. And the way we did it was we saw that a lot of businesses at these kinds of events, they would usually be boring their audience using the same old PPTs that they've been using since 2007. I mean, let's face it, it's plain boring. No one wants to see your slide 1, slide 2, slide 3, slide 4, and the last slide, which is probably a question or a thank you or some kind of a photo from your CEOs, right? So here is how you can stand out from the crowd by learning from what Field Proxy did. With Field Proxy, what we did was we knew through our pre-campaign research on step 1 that these are the kinds of companies that are coming to this event. This is the kind of use case that they need to be served. So what we did was we used Field Proxy's one-click templates, shameless plugin, and we sort of created their accounts for them beforehand essentially making them our customer before we even had their names or email addresses registered. So we essentially created 200 to 300 different accounts for each of these customers. Then we had business cards laid out with QR codes that sent each of these customers to their respective accounts on the Field Proxy app. What this did was, at the event, when we handed out visiting cards, when we were exchanging cards, we would give them out their own business cards, which just had a QR code that they could scan to go to the app themselves and log in and use the Field Proxy app. This provided both an interaction platform with the app as well as a personal touch that no one had expected. Right? So that is how you register your brand in the minds of these businesses for a very long time. Next time, anytime they're going to pick up their business card, they're going to be like, oh, okay, Field Proxy did this. Even if they're not a potential customer, they're going to be like, okay, that is different. And that is all you need. That is what you need to take away from this particular step. Okay, so step 3, probably the most crucial step for any campaign, really. Execution, right? We had all the data on all of our prospects. We knew what we needed to have to stand apart from the crowd. Now it came to executing all of this, right? In step 2, we talked about how we had different business cards with QR codes and scanning those particular QR codes would send them to the app, blah, blah, blah. The problem with that is people would, or prospects would ask you why you need to scan this, right? What is the incentive for them to go to the app, even use the app, right? So we needed to give them a push or a nudge to say that, okay, this is why you need to use the Field Proxy app. And all of this sort of ties into what we presented at our, instead of our boring PPTs, what we actually did on stage is what brought people to our booths and get their specific business cards. So here's what Field Proxy did, right? Instead of going the same old route that so many businesses are conservatively still adopting today by using a PPT and explaining the features and benefits and USPs, what we did at Field Proxy was we sort of created a role play. We had 2 people, myself and another guy. We sort of created a role play between 2 managers talking about why Field Proxy is important. And we sort of went and explained to each other and to the audience what Field Proxy's mission and vision is, why we're doing this, what the purpose of the app is, who has backed them, the number of clients, the prospects, all that stuff, right? And all of that tied in with a role play which was already different, sort of multiplied that effect by using memes and actually visually captivating images. That sort of made us stand out in the presentation itself. And at the end, we just added a CTA, a call to action, essentially a physical call to action, that a real life call to action, if you will. Just asking people to come visit our booths and collect their own personal cards. We had a presentation playing out in the background that told them, I think my video editor will probably pull up a video somewhere here on what the presentation was actually like, but what we were doing was essentially we were calling people out to the booth. The presentation was just a setup to bring people towards our booth. That way we stood out from the crowd. We were not pitching our product entirely to the audience, but we were just telling them, wait, there's more. You have to come to the booth for the actual demo. And so, as we had expected, a lot of people just poured into our booth at tea time. We had mapped out, we sort of underestimated the crowd that would be coming in. A lot of people came in, a lot of people exchanged their business cards, a lot of people were wowed by how different we had pitched our event. There is a bonus step that most people try to ignore, which is so crucial during this day and age, especially in this day and age, and that is documentation. The thing that you're seeing right now, the video that you're seeing right now, it is also part of this step 4. See, what we did at this event was that we recorded every single step beforehand so that we could use it post the event to sort of nurture these customers, right? This kind of nurturing goes a long way into keeping our brand registered in the minds of those businesses that had attended the event. But it also adds so much more than that. It's not just for those businesses, it's for businesses that don't even know you. For future events, it's possible only because we were able to document it, which is very, very important. So the next time you're going into a presentation, make sure to document it from step one. Documentation, really, really crucial aspect that a lot of businesses ignore, that you should not. And that is about it, guys. In this video, just to give you guys a quick recap, what we did was we talked about pre-campaign research and why it is so important. That should be your step one for any campaign that you're running, whether it's a physical campaign or a digital campaign. Step two, we talked about how to make you stand out from the crowd. Step three, we talked about how you need to pull people, the right execution with the right team, how you can sort of not just stand apart from the crowd but also pull people towards you to be interested in your product. And then we added an ever so important step 4, which is documentation, documenting every single thing that is happening so that it's not just used as a way to nurture your potential prospects at the event, but also for other people who want to know more about your product. And that brings us to a conclusion for this video. If you like this video, do like it, do share it, do subscribe to our channel. We'll be posting a lot more content related to how you can grow and maximize your revenue for your particular business, not just for software but for products, physical products, online products, everything basically. If you have a field team, if you have an on-ground team, Field Proxy is the solution for you. Why it is the solution for you? We have a whole playlist dedicated to that, so be sure to check it out. We'll be including all of these links in the video description. But yes, that's it from me. This is Shoaib from Field Proxy signing off. Thank you so much for watching the video.